Ever had to explain to an investor why you think something's happening, but you can't show it? One of the biggest reasons build to rent deals fall apart isn't bad construction or bad financing. It's bad reporting. Because if your investors can't see the plan clearly, they lose confidence in you. And that's something your property management partner should be protecting for you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how we've built reporting systems that make our development partners' lives easier, keep their investors calm, and keep deals alive. Let's talk about why reporting isn't an option for a PM group. You can run great operations, but if you can't show that clearly to your investor, I would just assume the worst. Capital partners hate surprises. So let's get into it. Having consistent reporting that follows your operational budget is key. Investors, partners, they demand that information, and it should be timely every month like clockwork. Your investors know it clearly, they can be confident in what you're doing on the ground, and then they can call out any red flags that they see. Now, we, as a management group, should already prepare you for those red flags that you see in those reporting. So it's important that your PM group has timely and correct information from what is being done on site to what is being seen on a report. We should be able to tell you any of those red flags or changes. Is it following on par with the budget and your operations? So think about this. Cheap PM firms can cost developers, fundraisers, financing, even more deals to go wrong if they don't have the proper reporting. So think about this. Your property manager reporting isn't just nice to have. It's an extension of the brand that we represent to all of our investors. So I know you're busy. So real quick, bookmark this, save it, text it to yourself. Heck, even email it so you know where to find it later. Don't just watch this, save it somewhere safe and share it with your team. So let's talk about this 3-part reporting system. So let's go into part 1, clear financial packages investors can trust. So our capital partners want the real story in black and white, monthly income statements with detailed rent rolls. Now, let's talk about things that are planned versus the actual reporting. So now let's talk about in these reports, in these financial packages, what's planned and what's actual. Some of the variations that we can see in these reports. We should see rent income come in. What can cause some of that rent income to fluctuate? Well, what time of the year are we in? Are we in a season where we're typically seeing move-outs coming into the spring and summertime? We're going to have some variation in some of that rent income. So you're going to see some of that variations, but that should be planned for. And then you're going to have the actual reporting. So the plan is that we're getting into this, which we should be telling you that, hey, we've got X amount of renewals. We got X amount of move outs. These are coming in. What to expect as we're getting into these seasons. That should be reflected on your reporting. So some of the things that you're going to see, we should be following the budget. You should see that rolling through. You should see the expenses come through. And then you should see that all come through in a full statement, black and white. Everything has its own area. Everything has its own budget. Clearly, the management company is going to show you what we're sharing with the investors, what our fees are, what the expenses are on our side. It's going to be broken down, clear, black and white. And then if there are questions from there, or if there is anything that we want to change or see, we can make those adjustments. But having it clear, black and white, and then the first time this goes out on a new project, we'll sit down with our investors and clearly go over this to say, hey, this is how we've built it. Do you see any differences that you want to add or change so that it flows through every single month like clockwork? We'll go over anything that we're missing, and then we can talk about forecasting, what to see coming up in the future. These are all clear things that we're looking for. So you're going to get an owner distribution summary that should follow the budget that we've gone over, that we've approved, and going forward, it's going to be like clockwork. From here, we can forecast what the cash flow is going to look like. This all was built into the original budget. If we're stabilizing a community, we're going to know roughly what we're going to get in for, let's offer an incentive. But these things may change, and some of these variances will come up. But it's how we explain it and show it to you. Say, hey, we're not seeing as much traffic as we want to see, so we need to offer better incentives or pricing. We need to do some adjustments. But what we've planned for in the budget and what's actual, it will be produced so you can see it clearly. clearly and we can go over it. So we don't send you half-finished spreadsheets just mangled up into a semi-budget. It's going to be broken down by areas, built into a format and a formula that is easy to understand so that we can deliver this to the investor ready in a package that makes it look like you know your asset inside and out, because you should. As a management company, we should know your asset inside and out, and then it's going to be presented to you where you know what your asset looks like inside and out. So let's get into the second part here. Operational transparency, that we build trust with you. So numbers aren't enough. Your investor want to see how the property is really performing. Occupancy and absorption reporting, velocity, tracking, vacancy trends. So not only are you going to provide great information and data, but you're going to provide updates, information on what we're seeing, why we're seeing it, and what we're doing to change. So are we showing how our operations are working by giving updates, a weekly update coming from our team? You're going to see the traction that's coming in. This should then all reflect into that reporting that you get monthly. How many work orders are we getting in? Are we working with the developer and the builder to make sure that those items are getting taken care of under warranty? How many tickets have we closed? So it's important to show how much traction we're seeing on the ground and reporting that directly to you in an informational update weekly. If we're even fully stabilized, how many renewal rates are we seeing? What's our percentage that we're getting? Traffic information, and how is it that we're presenting that to you? So it should be updates so you know exactly how your community is performing. We don't just tell you it's running well. We prove it in a format you can share directly with investors. Weekly updates, monthly reporting. Okay, one more critical piece, but before we get into it, I've put together some really solid resources for you. I want you to head over to corybonner.com/gift for your free tools, including case study of an actual project we stabilized. And if you're slammed for time, at least subscribe so I know you want me to make more of this type of content. All right, let's get into part 3. What is the owner access and real-time dashboards that our owners, investors, fund managers have? Well, do you as an investor hate waiting just for updates? Well, the key here is, what does your PM team give you as a dashboard? A live look into your community as it sits today. You should see live in a dashboard or a system that has access to you. So what system is your PM group using? Do they give you live updates, feedback, informational when you just say, hey, I want to look at how my community is performing today? So it's nice that your PM company has a back-end dashboard for their investors to see how their units are performing. They can get real-time rent information, leasing activity, and financial visibility currently during that time. And if you want more information, PM groups should be able to provide that to you the day of. So if a report is not the way you want it or customizable for you, we can do that. So it's important that your PM group have the documents, have the ability for you to be able to see real time how your community is performing when you want to. You should be able to see your documents, your archived information, any lease agreements, all in there available for you at any time. So to wrap up, our partners don't need just to beg us for a spreadsheet or information. They should be able to log in and see the story for themselves in their own dashboard and their own information. Now, I want to give you a real world example here. So I've seen deals go sideways over just reporting gaps. PM's group loses the job because they can't give the reporting that the fund manager needs to present. So this is super important. No matter how well the property is running, if you cannot produce the information and reporting needing, whether it's for financial institution, whatever it is, your PM group needs to be able to produce those documents. They could be great at operating, but if they can't show it on the other side, they're going to get fired. So on the other hand, we've had it where developers, fund groups, institutions, they continue to do deal after deal after deal from their first BTR, second, third. And what's great is their partners that go into these funds or into these syndications or into these partnerships, they know what to expect. So that's where the relationship comes together based on the information, the reporting, the success of not only operations, but what they're getting on the report side and what's being presented to them and their institutions so they can continue to do deal after deal after deal. So reporting isn't just paperwork, it's deal insurance. So in conclusion here, let's recap the 3 reporting parts that we've just discussed. Clear financial packages. Does your budget, does the information, does it all match? Does it all meld? Does it all get into one informational financial packet that makes sense, that's black and white? Then let's get into the operational transparency. This is our lease up. How is it going? What are we seeing on site? What are we making operationally? And what are the numbers? How are they coming over to you? How much marketing have we, how many numbers have we seen? How many leases have we done? How many showings have we gotten? The point of this is operational. You'll want to get that information in an update, and you're going to want to see that from your partner. And our final one is the real-time owner dashboards. Does your group have the software and the capabilities to allow you as the investor, the owner, to log in when they want to see how their units are performing, how the community is performing? You're wanting to have that ability to get in when you want, how you want it, and then is your PM available, your group available to give you the reports and adjustments you need in a timely manner. This is the reporting system we deliver on every deal. It's how we keep our partners, investors happy, keep deals moving forward, and let you focus on your next project. That's our job. Instead of explaining away gaps, save this video, share it with your team, and here's what I'd really love. Leave me a quick comment with your single biggest reporting headache or question, even if it's just a one line. It tells me exactly what to cover for you next.